what's going on? It's James. Welcome back to the channel, and I'm here with the man himself, Hayden. Hayden, what's going on, dude?
What's going on, mate? Good to see you.
Good to see you too, man. You're in Bali at the moment, right?
Sure am on the holiday, waiting for the missus to come back from her little spa day. She left me here high and dry, so here we are.
I love it, man. We got a whole villa to yourself to enjoy, right?
Absolutely. How good?
That's the way it should be, man. The way it should be. So you've been working on your ecom at the moment, making sales. I've been obviously seeing you absolutely crushing it. Has it been
Yep.
enjoyable being like a different location, sort of working on the online stuff, actually doing the online business stuff where you don't have to be at work, at a shift
Yep,
site?
it is, mate. It's unbelievable. Like, usually I'm at work, busting my hole off in the hot sun, and now I'm in Bali and I'm getting sales, so I'm pretty much working in on a holiday. It's great.
Love it, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah,
And for those of you at home, Hayden is incredible. Hayden jumped on about a month and a half ago, would we say?
yeah, just over a month. Yeah,
Yeah, that's 6, 7 weeks ago. As a complete beginner, brand new to the online space, we had a chat. He ended up jumping into the Ecom Boss program, and he's absolutely aced it. You're somebody who's very prone and knowledgeable and experienced in sort of hard labor and sort of really working yourself to the bone for an income, and was looking for a bit of a different way to kind of go about that. And so I want to talk about sort of like what we've done so far, but can you take us back to when you jumped in? Like, what was it about getting started with something like this that was important to you? What were you doing before? Like, what was it about getting started online in the first place that drove you to do it?
yeah. So obviously I work away, so it's just a bit like you said, it's just hard labor, and I was looking for a better income. So originally I started researching drop shipping by myself, and when I first started my own store, it just wasn't working. I didn't know what I was looking at and how to do anything really. So I started researching some courses to do, and then my Instagram got flooded with ads. And every time I requested any coach or any training course, they were trying to charge me like three, four, 5,000 USD. I was like, I don't know if I want to chip that much into it and it not work out. And then you came up, an Australian, charging bloody pennies to the dollar that everyone else was. And it's a bit of a smaller group, so you just get a bit more personal with it. You get to talk to all the coaches, and that's pretty much how it started. Um, and yeah, no regrets since then.
I love it,
Great.
man. I love it. So that's interesting. So you said that you had been thinking about it for a while and you even looked at starting your own Shopify store initially. Did you launch the whole thing, ads and everything?
So not quite. I was doing the organic route.
Okay.
Um,
TikTok
so
videos
I
and
was, yeah, so I ordered the product that I was researching in, made some organic videos, and it just kind of flopped.
okay.
So I didn't quite give up, but I just seeked an alternate route.
Okay. Interesting. No,
Yeah.
it definitely can work. It's definitely the most manual of the ways to do ecom for sure. But it's good that you were sort of trying in the first place. And I can see why you wanted to maybe pivot to working with a coach. I understand what you mean by getting flooded with ads. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Even I get them, right?
Yeah.
So what was it about, I guess, outside of the price tags, right? Because 3, 4, 5,000 USD for a course is ridiculous. You shouldn't be paying that at all. If you're looking for a course, you can just go online for free, right? It's get a coach at a reasonable price point that has the results. It really is as simple as that.
Yeah.
Outside of the cost, like, was there any other things about those other coaches that made you like a little bit wary or uncertain about them and kind of prevented you from working with them?
They spoke kind of scammy, if that makes sense. I'm not sure how else to put it. They just, yeah, that's the only way I can put it really. Like the way they were talking, it was all marketing
Yes.
wise. And when I was talking to you, you're a lot more personal with it. You were telling me, um, shit, I don't know what you were telling me. I forgot.
It's fine. We're probably talking about your goals at the time and sort of what
Yeah,
it is we do.
yeah. Um, yeah, I'm blank now.
It's fine, dude. It's fine, man. It's interesting as well because a lot of the people that you see, a lot of those gurus, and I've met them while I've traveled and stuff like that, and they really are like a whole different breed. And I'm not going to talk bad about them, but these people that you see, the guys who are in front of the Lamborghinis, and they're saying you'll become a gazillionaire by Tuesday, like they're really intense people, and a lot of them, outside of a few, they're really cool people. Like a lot of them are just quite shallow, to be completely honest. Like the way they are on camera, that's really what they're like, and they don't really
Yeah,
know how to talk about much else. And so one of the things that I think is cool about myself and say head coach Emmett is that like we're real people. Like we're here in
yeah,
Perth and we talk about the things that we're interested in. Like we're normal guys from Australia. Like on the channel, I talk about a lot. Like, dude, I'm a massive Batman fan. I collect comic books. I am massively into music and watching film. Like I'm not running around on the weekends in Lamborghinis and trying to look cool. I'm at home usually with my girlfriend and my dog watching a film. And I think it's really important to be able to work with someone that's a human being and not somebody who's just obsessed with vanity and selling courses and stuff like that. So I'm glad you jumped in with us, and it seems like it worked out for the better. I guess, was there some nerves or hesitation even with trying again and getting into the online space and working with a coach? Like, what were some of the things you were like worried about, nervous about before you did start?
Yeah, of course. It was more the starting behind and then trying to work your way up because obviously as soon as you hire or ask for a coach, you start in the negative and you need to
Mhm.
work your way up to the profit.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, is it worth it putting out that overlay of money to learn this new skill and will it end up profitable or is it worth it or all this? And within a week I made my first sale and was like, oh yeah, maybe this is definitely worth it.
Yeah.
So obviously there was a few ifs and buts if I wanted to do it, but I already tried it, so I was like, I may as well take the leap and
Sure.
haven't looked back since, mate. It was great.
I love it, man. I love it. And obviously, you jumped into a bit of a different system, right? With Ecom Boss, with all of our beginners, we talk about basically making money with ecom, selling products online without needing to spend any money on ads or, Spotify, Shopify, or anything along those lines, right? And so, what was it about that model that you really liked?
Well, yeah, you didn't have to spend any money. You just had to put a bit of labor in. You had to put a bit of time into it and learning the skill and going through your course.
Yeah.
But once you learn that skill, you can input it on everything like Facebook or Etsy or whatever it is.
Yes.
And yeah, no outlay of money. It was great. You're just
100%.
making money, random stuff you want to sell online.
It's great. It's great. And how long did it take you to make your first sale? Was it a week or two?
It was 6 days.
6 days. Six
Six
days
days.
from starting to that's great, dude. That's great. And that's what's really cool about this kind of model is that there's a thing that we like to call the double spend problem with a lot of these courses and programs out there is that you're spending money twice. Is you spend money with a coach, right? And
Yeah,
you still haven't made any money online yet. So your confidence isn't there yet. You haven't got the skills and the basic understandings yet. You spend 3-5 grand on a course. And then the double spend comes in the form of now you spend 3 to 5 grand on stores and software and ads to even
yeah,
get to that first sale. And
correct.
that would take you 2, 3, 4 months if you're good,
Yeah,
right? You'll do it in 6 days without spending a penny.
correct.
It's really, really cool. That's
Yep.
really awesome, man. How did it feel
Unreal.
when you made that first sale?
Like I feel right now, just thinking about it, just unbelievable. Oh, it was great. Oh, yeah, no words, mate. It was great. Yeah,
I love it, dude. There's an interesting thing where, at least with this game, once you make that first dollar online, we like to say it corrupts you. And what I mean by that is that once you get a taste of, oh, I actually did that online myself, it never gets old. And
it's
all you
addictive.
want to do is just get better and better and better. And even now today, I've been doing this since 2018, so a lot longer than you. Even I, man, I
Yeah,
wake up and I pinch myself that wait, I can do this online. This is awesome. And it never
yeah.
gets old. And so I'm sure you feel the same in the villa at the moment and
Oh,
doing
mate.
this stuff. So it's awesome stuff, man. I like it.
Yeah.
So I guess with that being said, so you jumped in, started making sales. What would you say the main things in the beginner program where we talk about all the organic stuff, right? What were the
Yeah.
biggest takeaways and lessons that you feel that you learned that were the most valuable?
Just for the marketplace program,
Yeah, just marketplace, eBay, Etsy, all the basic stuff. We won't even get to the advanced
yeah.
stuff until a bit later.
Communication.
Yeah.
My first thought was talk like a salesman, talk like a robot, and don't have any feeling in it at all. And then after getting ghosted by about 20 people on Marketplace,
Hmm.
I asked Emmett, I mean, actually, it was Dan. Dan was my coach at the time. I asked him, what am I doing wrong? What's going on? He was like, stop talking like a robot, talk to him like a human being. I was like,
Yes.
all right, I'll give it a go. And then all the orders just started flowing in. And it's a lot easier to talk like yourself instead of a robot as well. So it
Yes.
just made life a whole lot easier. And it's all about that. It's just making something so simple a bit easier for yourself. Like I was just overthinking, doing it the hard way, and nothing was coming through. And then Dan just made it a bit more simple, and I was getting results. So it was great, man.
I love it, man.
Really good.
That's so good. And it's really true. Like one of the best skills in the world is communication. I believe that if you can learn communication and how to communicate and talk and just be able to have a normal conversation, which is getting rarer and rarer these days. I get worried about these. I'm going to sound old, but these TikTok kids. I don't know what kind of conversations they're going to be having in 10 years, man. Like what are they going to talk about? Like me being a grumpy old man. But communication's everything. And the reason why we teach, if you remember in the program, we teach marketplace first, then we go to eBay and Etsy, right?
Yeah.
eBay and Etsy, all you have to do is know the right products. With marketplace,
Right.
you have to know the right products and communication. And we do
Yeah.
that up front. We give you the most challenging stuff first, so that once you nail that, you can go to those other platforms. You don't have to talk to any customers or anything like that. But you learn those two things, man. Just that alone, finding things that people want to buy and knowing how to communicate and get them to buy it. Those are the
Yeah.
two major skills you can take anywhere, into any venture, into any kind of business, and you'll do well, which is
Yeah.
awesome, you know? And so, with that being said, so you went through the beginner program, learned that, started crushing sales, absolutely killing it. And now you're moved into the advanced program, which we call elite. And now you're like, all right, cool. I'm making money with this. I've got my confidence. This stuff clearly works. Like money's coming in. I'm finding right products and I want to go even more advanced. And so for those of you who don't know, we are really, really good at helping people get started with ecom without any store, without any ads, without anything like that. Because as we talked about, the double spend problem, it's complicated, it's confusing, it's expensive. Until you've got a bit of a backbone, you've got some skills, some confidence, and you're making some money, there's not much point doing that stuff because all it's going to be is a money pit. But once you know the basics, once you know the fundamentals, once you've got the confidence like Hayden does, then when you start to go, all right, cool, these products are doing really well, and then turn them into a store, a brand, and start to scale it. In fact, one of our clients in Elite, his name is Craig, who, if you haven't seen the video on the channel, guys, there's an interview with him about how he did $180,000 in a single month with his store. And all he did was take the products that he found that worked really, really well on Marketplace and then turned it into a store that obviously made him a lot of money. And so that's what you're doing right now, Hayden. So run me through, what are your goals now that you're moving into the store and ads territory?
So at this current point, I'm up to my second store now using my winning products off the marketplace program. And I'm working with Emmett to figure out what the best niche is and what products are working, what ads are working, what's not, and going through the analytics as we are right now, pretty much. Um, and I'm just looking to find a product that will be profitable. As at this current point in time, my ads aren't doing too well, so we're going to try and fix some stuff. We're going to look at the analytics and try and sort them out and see where we can make some profit.
Mhm.
But I'm always in profit because I'm making money off the Facebook Marketplace to fund my ads. So no outlay. It's great.
It's super
Yeah.
cool. What's really funny is, and we were talking about this before we started recording, is that right now you're in a position where you've launched your second store, you're making sales, like sales are coming in each and every day, which is awesome, but we're
Yeah.
just slightly below profitable because of boring stuff like we've got to bring the add to cart rate up a little bit higher. There's little tiny little tweaks that once you learn how to bring these things up, how to look at the numbers, even though they're a little bit geeky at first, once you know how to read the data and know this needs tweaking, then suddenly you've tripled the amount of profit you're making every day. Then the whole thing becomes a game because it gets very, very easy. And so you're one or two little tweaks away from that going from not profitable to incredibly profitable, which is really exciting because we're seeing, based on the fact that buyers are coming in each and every day, all you need to do is make a couple of tweaks to your store and you're golden, which is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting the traffic. I'm just not getting the numbers that want to buy.
Exactly.
So we're just going to make some tweaks to my store and hopefully it makes it a bit more pleasing for them to add it to their cart.
For sure, man. And you'd be surprised how, with all the stuff when it comes to, it's called CRO, conversion rate optimization, which just basically means making your store convert better. A lot of the things that really drive that percentage up are the tiniest, most boring, minute little details. It sounds so trivial, but once you have them there, they just change overnight. That's what's really fun about this stuff. And we talk about the online game being addicting. I was talking to a friend about it the other day. It's quite interesting how you can do a tiny little change on a little website and suddenly make double as much money in a day. Like that instant feedback and gratification you get from that, it's very fun. And you're about to experience that. And so as we scale it up, what's the big picture? Where's Hayden going? What's the goal when it comes to your lifestyle, when it comes to your income? Like, where are you wanting to go with this stuff? I know we've talked about it a little bit, but for the people at home, like, what's your goal?
I want to get away from FIFO mining. I want to work at home, not at home. I want to be closer to Perth. I want to be closer to my family. And if this second income works out, that will get me there. I don't want to be away from home so much as I am. It's short and simple, but that's it.
100%. And the cool thing is it's 100% doable, right? First of all, you've proven that you have the skills, you have the intelligence, you've gone through, you're making money each and every day, and we're going to the more advanced stuff to allow you to do it on a more automated level. That's great. And what's really cool is all you really need to do to get into that position is a few things. I have a video about it on the channel if you guys haven't seen it, but it's all about, in order for you to quit your job, my opinion is, and I can't tell you exactly what to do, But my opinion is that if you are making consistent income online and you want to get out, here's what I recommend that you do. If you look at here's how much I need to be making per month to match my current income, or at least get close enough to cover all my living expenses and have money to put aside. If you hit that 2 to 3 months in a row, so it's not like the first month is great, second month's dog shit, third month's okay. It's like 3 months consistently or higher. And you have at least 3 months or so, 6 months or so of savings, which is just to cover that stuff. If everything hit the fan, so it's like your rent, your grocery, stuff like that. If you have those two things, my opinion is you're losing money by going to work because you may as well just, instead of spending an hour per day, spend 10 hours a day at home and work on that because you're just losing money by not doing it. That's sort of the stuff that I recommend. And if that's our goal, then that's what we want to be looking at hitting is how much we need to be making to replace the income. Let's hold that for 3 months consistently and obviously scale it. That's the goal. And then as long as we have enough in savings put aside so that if everything hit the fan or you got sick or something like that, you can cover the bills, you're set. That's all it really takes in order for you to go ahead and do this stuff full time.
It's so true because when I'm at work, like you said, I get an hour to 2 hours every day that straight after work I'm knackered and I'm getting mediocre results. And then when I'm on break at home, I spend 4, 5, 6 hours on it and there's immediate just results.
Yeah.
It's if you put the time and effort in, it works. But when you're stuck and you can't really motivate yourself to give you that time, there's no point in even trying, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you're losing money by being there, right? It's the opportunity cost of it all. That's awesome, man. And we can 100% get you there. You have what it takes. You got the work ethic. You've proven that, which I'm really excited to see. And I'm excited to do like a catch-up interview 3 months, 6 months from now and see that happen, which would be cool. So last two things. First off, when it comes to the program, right? In an age where, as you said, there's a lot of scammers, a lot of crappy courses out there. And no matter how many videos or interviews we do, right? It doesn't matter what I say, it matters what you say. And so, without telling when I'm the greatest person alive or anything like that, that's not what I'm here for. Could you give the people at home a bit of a rundown around Ecom Boss and what you think about it, how it's structured, what you think works well about it? Give them a bit of a rundown about Ecom Boss and your experience, and we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah. So when I first started, Emmett got us to start the first course. And it's about if you have enough time, you can do it in a whole day. But I started when I was at work. So it took me about 4 or 5 days to get started. And then I started chatting with Dan and worked through it. And it was rough at start because I wasn't sure what was going on and how to make things work and very techy. But I'm young, so I tried to give it a crack. I thought I was a lot more tech smart than that. But when I first started, a bit wary about what was going on. And then my first sale came a couple of days later. Everyone got behind me. It was very personal. Everyone was talking to me, celebrating, congratulating. And the whole community pretty much comes together in our little group. And you don't get that anywhere else. Every other place you go or every other coach you have, it won't be that personal. Everywhere you go, you'll just be a number. That's all you are, just numbers to them, money in their pocket. But you guys are here to help us help you, if that makes sense.
For sure.
And when I started growing, you guys invited me to the elite program, and there was no question that I wanted to do it because I had income already. Why not? You know, why not scale it up? And then my Emmett became my head coach. Dan, I miss him dearly,
He's still
but
around. He's still around. Don't
he's
you worry.
always there. He's always there in the background, congratulating me on my efforts and what I'm doing. But if you want to take the leap, I say do it. There's no regrets here. And I'm young, you're young, everyone's young. Even if you're old, doesn't even matter. Not even old, older generation, sorry. Let's go a bit more politically correct. Mate, best decision I've ever made, I think.
I love it, dude. I love it. I appreciate that. I really do. What would you say out of everything? So, as you know, we've got the course, we've got the community, we've also got the one-on-one coaching, right? Each and every day. Which part do you feel was the most valuable for you going from beginner, like actually having to learn a couple of the ropes, the early stuff, right? Like which part do you thought was the most valuable and most helpful to getting you that first sale in 6 days?
Has to be the one-on-one coaching. Like
Yeah,
the course, it gives you the background and all the statistics and what you need to do. But without the one-on-one coaching, you'll never get there. And it's easily the best part about this course. You always have someone there that's here to help you. And no matter how stuck you get, they've been through it before.
I love
So
it.
yeah, it's great.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, man, you've come a very long way in a very short month and a half. I want to say, man, very proud of how quickly you've taken all this stuff on board, gone from, as I say, complete beginner, barely touched a lot of this stuff before, and going out there, not only making sales in 6 days, but also making sales consistently and going from beginner to some of the more intermediate stuff so quickly. And so be very proud of yourself, man. Enjoy your time in Bali, enjoy your villa, have fun,
No,
don't party too hard. And yeah, man, I'm really, really excited to scale this up and most importantly do a catch-up interview in 3 6 months and see yeah, let's get you out of that job. Want to do a little catch-up, it'd be fun.
absolutely.
Hell yeah. All right, so with that being said, for all of you at home, thank you for watching. It's been a hell of a lot of fun. Hayden, thanks again for jumping on board. If you have any questions for myself or Hayden, feel free to drop them in the box below. If you want to find out a little bit more about Ecom Boss and how it works, my Instagram is linked in the description box as well. So you can go ahead and click that. Send me a message. It really is me talking to you. It's not a fake profile, AI, robot, cyborg. Here, ask for a voice message. I'll send you one. And I'm more than happy to run you through all the details about what it is that we do. With that being said, thanks for watching another video, and we'll see you in the next one.